right, we are now ready to test our chemical. This is the video for sodium carbonate. If you're going to test this one, notice I moved it into a weigh dish, and here's the mass for that sample. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and take this over to our calorimeter station. I have the very same calorimeter we got the constant for, thermometer, the lab quest, so don't pay attention to that temperature yet because our thermometer is not in any of the water. And I have measured out or poured some water, distilled water, into this graduated cylinder. So we should get the volume of this water. See that meniscus right there? And what I'm going to do is pour that into our calorimeter cup. Now remember, distilled water has the density of 1 gram of water, equivalent to 1 milliliter of water. So the fact that you just recorded the milliliters means you also have the grams of water that are in this calorimeter. All right, I'm sealing it up, putting the thermometer in so we can get the the initial temperature of the water only. Looks like our thermometer is pretty set, so I'm going to take the lid back off so that we can pour our sample of sodium carbonate into this. So we'll transfer this into the calorimeter, try to get it all in one. Looks pretty good. Put the lid back on with the thermometer, and I'm going to swirl to make sure all of that sodium carbonate dissolves in the water. And I'm just going to film the lab quest with the temperature probe. We are looking for that temperature to reach hopefully its maximum, which it appears like the temperature is going up. And once it hits its maximum, we will record that as the equilibrium temperature. And all I'm doing too, and you might hear it on the side, I'm just mixing the sodium carbonate with the water. This makes sure I don't get any hot spots in the liquid, get a more even distribution of the temperature throughout the solution. And I don't know about you guys, but that looks like it is staying pretty still. I would say we probably hit our equilibrium. Our highest temperature is going to get. Just to make sure, I'm going to pop the lid. We can record that as our temperature. Well, let's make sure all that's solid dissolved. Looks really good. All right, on to the next trial. All right, here's our next trial with sodium carbonate. I've got the mass all weighed out for you. Bring that back over to the calorimetry station that we just set up. I have cleaned out and dried the calorimeter cup. Let's go ahead and get the water amount that I poured out on this trial. I'll knock the meniscus so you guys can see where it's at. Let you record that. I'm going to add that to the calorimeter cup, just like before. We'll throw the thermometer down into that cup. Get the starting temperature of the water. Very similar to last time, that's always nice. And then all we have to do is pop the top off here and add our sodium carbonate. Whoa, that would have been bad. Try to get it all so it goes in at once. There we go. Looks good, nice, and looks like all of it got in there. Top it off, and I'll start mixing and stirring. You guys can record where we get to with the temperature. And I'm just swirling, swirl, as we wait for the temperature to reach its highest point. Or stall out, one of the two. Looks like we're stalling out again. Give it a couple more seconds, see if we can get 21.6. Can we get a 21.6? Doesn't look like it, guys. So I'm gonna stop there. Oh, 21.6, we got it. Do a little bit more mixing here. Maybe we're not quite there. All right. We definitely got 21.6. All right, I'm gonna open it. Let's just make sure everything dissolved in there. Looks really good. All right, let's call it 21.6. All right, now that you have collected the data for sodium carbonate, on page 31 of your packet, it takes you through step by step the calculations you will need to do to reach the delta H of this sodium carbonate dissolving in water reaction. Okay, go ahead and solve for that for both your trials and then average, and then be ready to share out your results to the class. See you in a little bit. Have fun.